Here I go! Let's finish this once and for all!
Now, this kind of video, I'm gonna have to be straight with all of you. Now, I want you to sound in the comment. If you subscribe to a creator, what was your reason? Now, I ask this because a God of War creator is now belittling, or perhaps he attempt to belittle Vara Dark because saying that she is attractive and her attractiveness is the one thing that she is successful, that she got more than 200,000, I believe it's 200,000, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'll put it on the screen to see how many subs that Vara Dark gets. Now for me, I've subscribed to Vara Dark for one specific reason. Not because of her looks, it's because I need gaming related news. Okay, yes, I have Hypnotic, I have Atreus, Leon Idol, Smash JT that I subscribe to, and I still watch them, although there are times where I need some information to go along with my content. And don't worry, I will make it transformative. So why don't we react to Vara Dark? And I'm gonna put a link in the description down below. You can check it out without my commentary. 3, 2, 1.
Over the past couple of days, David Jaffe has been getting absolutely wrecked by gamers. He has spewed so much hatred towards content creators simply for criticizing Dragon Age the Veilguard, and of course targeting individuals like myself, using my gender against me, saying I'm only successful on this platform because I happen to be a woman with pretty hair and a decent face. But of course, gamers are just pointing and laughing at him, and he's put up yet another video quadrupling down on his idiocy. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, David is clearly a bit desperate for attention, which I understand. He has sunk into the bowels of irrelevancy since he was once a behemoth in the gaming industry, and while I will always appreciate some of the franchises that he was a part of, I can't really say that he as an individual is somebody that I particularly care about being nice to, simply because he's been pretty rude to me.
Okay, true to a point, Vera. You know, back in the day, I always asked myself, who exactly made these games? I mean, I didn't thought about the agenda, well, until the start of 2024 or the failure of Suicide Squad, and I asked myself, okay, is there a dark side to these development? Every time I ask myself, inside me, these people who make these games, what is happening behind the scenes? And I realized, I found out COVID was the one thing that changes things. You guys don't know, COVID, everything changes, not just in the private sectors or anything, but also entertainment. It was hiring non-stop, and not only that, many people who are hired don't have experience. And I do mean what happened with the gaming industry. And another thing is George Floyd. So let's continue forward. Again, I'm not gonna play everything. We'll play snippets of it and I'll come back later.
It is what it is, right? People are now, I don't really care about smack talk on the internet. It is what it is, right? People are going to say things about each other all of the time, whether they're truthful, whether they're lies, whether they're coping and seething over other people's success. It doesn't really matter that much to me, but he's decided to continue to double and triple and quadruple down on his initial stance. So this really all started because of Dragon Age the Veilguard. He blamed YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age the Veilguard, which was absurd. We did not kill the game. We simply said that it was a bad game. We are allowed as human beings to have our own opinions, just like you're allowed to have your opinion on me. You can sit here and say that, oh, I'm only successful on the internet because I'm a woman. One would assume, though, then it wouldn't have taken me multiple years to get to the point where I am now.
That is quite true, Vera. You see, I'm not one to complain myself. I always wanted to have more subscribers, and I'm happy with the subscriber I have, because right now on my channel I have 2, or wait, 3. And yes, it is difficult to handle all 3 channels, not just on recording, also editing. There's this thing that is called keep creating. You have to replace algorithm with audience. And if your audience doesn't like it, why bother pushing it or promoting it? And for Smack Talk, yeah, it's happened before. Hey, doesn't bother me. I just do what most advice from the YouTube educational videos or educational content. Keep creating. And another thing, like I said, I only subscribe to Vara Dark, or in this case, Melonie Mac, just because I need gaming or woke gaming related topics. I need some news. I need to know what's happening. And I know CNN or Fox News is not going to give me, so I go to YouTube. keep in mind, the reason Dragon Age Veilguard failed because, as we all know, the developers, Corin Bush. And if you guys wish to know, I know I keep bringing this up, which I'm certain many creators like Vara Dark or Hypnotic is going to bring this up. Shills, or perhaps modern audience, don't buy the game, okay? They want everything for free. Khalif Adams, prove it.
And actually having people trust me and care about my opinion. You're just a little bit mad that nobody cares about yours. That's fine. It is what it is. But YouTube grifters did not kill Dragon Age the Veilguard. If BioWare made a better game, it would have been more successful, right? We're talking about BioWare here. They've created some amazing things in the past. Same with, we're talking about Obsidian in Avowed right now. We're talking about the company that made Knights of the Old Republic 2. Well, it's funny because Knights of the Old Republic 1 was BioWare and 2 was Obsidian. We're talking about Fallout New Vegas. We're talking about some very massive games within the industry, and these companies can't really seem to capture the magic of what made all of their games successful in the first place and kind of replicate that now. And people are very nostalgic for franchises like Dragon Age, and even though Avowed is new, it's supposed to capture that Obsidian magic again, so people have high expectations, and so far we're a little bit disappointed with what we've seen with Avowed, and we were disappointed with Dragon Age the Veilguard. When it comes to adding pronouns and top surgery scar toggles, using modern day terminology like transgender and non-binary, that's bound to not sit well with some people. Just because we're talking about a fantasy dragon game, maybe you like that type of content in your title. I'm glad you were one of the 5 people who bought it, but this really all started because he had a meltdown over the fact that YouTube content creators talked about this game and it just simply wasn't positive discussion. He thought that it should have been praised. I would disagree because I'm one of the content creators who talked about it negatively. I live streamed a whole playthrough on the channel. I really didn't have a lot of fun with it. And of course, because this happened, I responded to it like many content creators, and he decided to just constantly try to attack me.
I think Vara Dark and many creators or that did pick up Dragon Age Veilguard, they give their honest opinion. If you don't know, just recently, by the time of this upload, it is still 1 day left until Indiana Jones The Great Circle, and if you don't know, they just banned critical reviews. No reviews will be available until the game releases advanced access, as they say. See, that's the red flag. Sometimes you have to understand, everything changes when COVID hit, because right now, and also Black Lives Matter, and because of that, the social pandering was non-stop. And now with Donald Trump as president, well, most of these devs is going to triple down. But gamers will never stop calling them out. Because, like Hypnotic would say, well, he has comments, most of his comments, saying that the subscribers have a lot of backlog that can last them until the day they die. Look, I have a lot of backlogs, okay? Here, let me show you, one sec. In case of that, see this? Final Fantasy VII Remake, RE Village, Hogwarts Legacy, Stellar Blade. This is the new one. Let me show you more. Here, let me show you something. This right here is my PS1 emulator. This one, PS2. Take a look how many this is. 35. Plus with this is 7, 42. 35 plus 7, 42. And now PS3, how many I have? 15. 42 plus 15 is 57. Now let's check Steam. Take a look, I have a lot, folks. So far for Steam, I have 15 games. That's a lot of games. And at least one of these is free to play. First Descendant. I know it's not related when it comes to subscribing to creators. At first I wanted to find creators that I know it will help me. But sometimes when you subscribe to someone, you don't know their backstory or behind the scenes. Like Ackman or Mudahar, which is fine. They have their own opinion. But for now, I decided to subscribe to mainly small creators. Let's say, for example, Hypnotic, Will of the Fans, Vara Dark. Well, yes, she has about 141 subs or 141k subs, but I consider that to be a creator as well, or a small creator. She was a small creator before, okay? So key takeaway is that when it comes to subscribing to other creators, we all have our own reasons why we did it. I'm certain some of you have your own reasons why you subscribe to them. And no, it's not about good looks, okay? You can't use that argument, okay? Yes, Vara Dark or Melonie Mag is a track, that's true, but for me, I only subscribe to them just because I need gaming or woke gaming related news. Yes, there are other creators that have that, but some games that, or perhaps they won't cover other games, like say the First Descendant. I mean, yes, they talk about it, but some of them don't cover it about the Season 2 update and all sorts of that. Vara Dark did it. Vara Dark did cover the news about a new character called Haley back in the day, a few months ago if I had to make a guess. So I hope David Jaffe should at least know that everyone has their own reasons why they subscribe to these people, not because of their attractiveness, okay? No, that argument has gone out the window.
Amazing! It's obvious you're much stronger than the average soldier. I hope you'll continue to use that strength to assist me in the battles ahead.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want any woke or anti-woke detected. You can visit my second channel up here or link in the description.